Hello team, welcome back to Infosectrain. We have Shriya with us who has recently cleared one of the prominent and elite certification of information security CISSP. Welcome to Infosectrain, Shriya.
Thank you so very much, Saksham.
First of all, many congratulations on behalf of all of us for your CISSP. We are super curious to know how was your experience with CISSP.
I'm super duper happy that finally this is off my nerves now. But yeah, this was a very, very huge and somehow I can call it as difficult exam. But yeah, it was very, very, on my nerves for a while. But when I started off with preparing CISSP, I was really messed up with the resources, with the number of resources which are there online, right? And of course, the YouTube videos, which every mentor or every creator has their own version of telling or communicating the same to the resources. So I was kind of messed up with that, like listening or hearing out to many videos, many resources. And finally, I came back to Infosectrain, and which is like my short home, I would say. And after coming here, after taking training, after taking lessons, or hearing out what Prab is trying to explain us, because he is one of the mentors which I have very recently come across. He actually tries to explain you with the examples, and examples straight away hit to your head, right? It will actually give you a real-time scenario of how to respond to the questions, because as you would have heard that CISSP exam, the options which are there, it's very similar. It's very, very similar, and the thought process which I am having and the other person is having might be different, right? So that was one of the drawback which I was having before I reached out to Infosectrain. But yeah, this was one of the drawbacks. It went well. Yeah, it was super.
Exactly.
So I actually completed my training on the 5th of December. And since then I started off with all my preparations. I won't lie, but I didn't refer any sort of books to prepare the exam, because of course I did refer a bit in bits and pieces of the book, but I haven't read the complete book at all. I did refer CBK, for instance, if I would say. Like, there were many topics which I wasn't familiar about, like networks and communications. I'm not a techie person, so I did read out CBK for in that way. But CBK, Cybex, boson questions, they were very useful to prepare the examination. And certainly, of course, the training which were given by the mentors in here, it was exceptional. I totally love it. And the best part which I love about Infosectrain is they actually don't prepare you for the examination only. They will also help you understand what the concept is talking about, like way beyond examination. It will help you for your interviews and, of course, in the real time as well. So that was one plus point which I thought.
Glad to know that, Shriya. So coming forward, how was your experience with Infosectrain particularly?
Okay, so talking about Infosectrain, I have known Infosectrain from quite a while. It's been like 14 months, and to call out, CISSP is not the very recent certification which I have done with the help of Infosectrain. I have also achieved my CISM, CISA and CISSP as well from this particular organization. And the background which I am actually coming from, I do hold 4.5 years of experience. So, with 4.5 years of experience, having such renowned certifications of information security, I feel really blessed that at the very right point of time, I, went through the LinkedIn page of Infosectrain, and at the very right point of time, I reached out to Jasdeep. She's one of the folks from sales. She was really helpful, and she helped me align with all the batches and stuff. Once I was able to complete the batches, then probably I took around 1.5 months to 2 months of my self-study, so that I was able to clear the exam.
Noted. So coming forward, any suggestions or tips you want to share with the professionals who are currently preparing for their CISSP and about to write their examination in some time?
Okay. I think this is a very, we can have a quick debate on this part because everybody out there, they have their own list of suggestions or, but I would really like to keep my points very simple and, clear. Don't mess up with the resources at all. Like, don't take your resources for granted. Like, if we have 10 books, don't try to mug up all the 10 books. It won't help at all. Because at the end of the day, when you are sitting in front of the computer or the laptop or the system, you will only remember the real life scenarios you have worked on and a few of the terminologies from the book here and there. That's it. You cannot just mug up everything, right? So choose your resources very wisely. Choose the content which you actually want to look into. So in my case, Saksham, I'll be really clear on my resources portion. I did refer a few videos from YouTube, of course, with Coffee Shots by Club, destination certification videos, and then exam cram videos. These were very helpful. Once I did and I completed my self-study, I went through those. It was really helpful. Kelly's video, which talks about why you will pass CISSP, it was fabulous. So these were a few videos which I referred over YouTube. Apart from that, I did call out the books which I referred. Again, I have not read the complete book. I have just referred the bits and pieces from CBK and CyberX. Those were very helpful. So try to choose your resources very wisely. This is my first tip. The second one will be around time management. Time management is very, very important when you are appearing for CISSP. As we all know that it's a 150 question exam, right? And it's a 3-hour paper. So you have to be, when it comes to time, you have to keep a tab on the clock. So 50 questions, 60 minutes. That's it. You cannot spare additional minute on a question. Of course, there will be lengthy questions out there when you will actually appear in the exam. There will be many lengthy questions in there. But I have heard from folks that once they look at the lengthy question, that's a human nature. If we look at the lengthy question, we are like, okay, we need 5 minutes to spare on this particular question. Yeah. So, but that's not the case with CISSP or maybe other examination. If we look at the options in there, it will be very straightforward than the one-liner questions which we get actually in the examination. So I certainly feel that we shouldn't be just in a hurry-burry that, okay, this is a lengthy question, I just have to put in some answer and I have to move on. No, that shouldn't be the situation or the attitude in the examination. This is one thing. And the very important point I would like to call out is surround yourself with very positive minds. It surely helps you because when I was preparing for my examination, I did come across many situations where I was really down. I literally, started weeping and I was like, okay, this is not my cup of tea actually. CISSP is not my cup of tea. I'm totally out of it. But, I did have mentors with me. They were really pushing me. Like, they were literally telling me, okay, Shriya, you have completed, you have read everything. It's just that you have to appear for the examination. That's it. Nothing is a big deal out of CISSP. So, having positive mindset is very, very important because, Saksham, there are people who will actually come down to you and they'll say that, okay, why not if you are not able to clear the exam in one go, maybe the very next attempt, which is a good attitude for some folks. But again, it's a demotivating factor for the others as well who are appearing for the exam. So while, people should actually have positive mindset, positive, surroundings around themselves to clear this exam. I think that should be more than enough.
Thank you so much for sharing your valuable experience with us, Shriya. It was super exciting and wonderful to have you and listen from you and listen from a gladiator, as Infosectrain says. Team, there are many professionals like Shriya who are enrolled with us for their CISSP and many other information security and cyber security certifications. You guys can check out and reach us at www.infosectrain.com. Thanks team. Cheers. Thank you, Shriya.
Thank you.